Dear 10th class students, once again I am before you with another important chapter in history, that is World Between Wars 1900 to 1950 part 2. So in this chapter we have three aspects. One is Russian Socialist Revolution, the second one is economic depression, and the third one is rising of Nazism in Germany. So before starting this lesson, I want to tell you one thing. While telling, if there are any mistakes, please overlook those mistakes. There is human, I already have told you. Then coming to this topic, it is very, very important as far as 1 mark questions, 4 mark questions, and 8 mark questions are concerned. So coming to the 1 mark questions. So Russia is the third largest country in terms of population during the period of First World War, after China and India. Russia was having the largest army in the world before First World War. These two things you have to remember. And when the First World War broke out, from 1914 to 1918. Who ruled Russia during that period? Russia was ruled by the monarchs called as Tsars. Who was the last Tsar ruled Russia? Tsar Nicholas II ruled Russia. Why Russia withdrew from the First World War? Russia withdrew from the First World War because of internal revolution started in the month of February or March. When USSR was formed in the year 1924. Expand USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. Who was the second ruler of Russia after Lenin? After Lenin, Stalin became the ruler of Russia. Who introduced the 5-year plans in Russia? Stalin introduced 5-year plans in Russia. So what are the steps that had been taken by Russia? The main work that had been taken by Stalin for the improvement of their economy was collective farming, then development of industries, and a number of welfare activities are taken up. So all these are all important blanks relating to Russian Socialist Revolution. Then coming to the economic depression. In which year economic depression was started? Economic depression was started in the year 1929. How long it lasted? It lasted up to 1939. Or it may be asked like that. What was the period of world economic depression? The period of world economic depression was from 1929 to 1939. Which country did not face economic depression? Russia did not face economic depression. So why Russia did not face economic depression? Russia did not face economic depression because it was not integrated to the international market, and secondly due to its a planned economy. So because of these two things, Russia did not face economic depression. Even America also faced economic depression. Name the economists who advised the countries to go for investment. J.M. Keynes was the economist. Who was the president of America during the time of Second World War? Roosevelt. What was the policy adopted by Roosevelt? New Deal policy. What was the program introduced by Roosevelt? He introduced a program called as 3 R's, RRR. Relief, reform, recovery. So all these are very, very important as far as economic depression is concerned. And then coming to rise of Nazism, in this, by which treaty the First World War ended? The First World War ended with the Treaty of Versailles. Which republic was established in Germany after the end of First World War? Weimar Republic. So, which country faced heavy economic depression? So we can say that Germany faced heavy economic depression. Then, so who established Nazi Party? Hitler established Nazi Party. What was the Parliament of Germany called as? The Parliament of Germany was called as Reichstag. Who was the president of Germany during the time of Second World War? Hindenburg was the president of Germany. Who became the chancellor of Germany during the time of Second World War? Hitler became the chancellor of Germany during the time of Second World War. When the Enabling Act was passed, the Enabling Act was passed on 24th March 1933. So in the old books, they have given 3rd March 1933. So you ignore it. You write only 24th March 1933. Then another important aspect is, name the economist who was responsible for the economic development of Germany. Zalmar Chast. Name the people's car that had been produced in Germany. Volkswagen car. Then what was the immediate cause for Second World War? Hitler's attack on Poland. Then, in which year Russia attacked Germany? During 1943. Then, after the end of Second World War, Germany was divided into two parts. Which are they? One is GDR, German Democratic Republic. Another one is FRG, Federal Republic of Germany. Who showered bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? America showered bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. On which date America showered bombs on Hiroshima? 6th August 1945. On Nagasaki, 9th August 1945. What was the Parliament of Japan called as? The Parliament of Japan was called as Diet. Name the economic plan that has been introduced by America for their allied countries. Marshall Plan. So what was the immediate consequence of Second World War? The world was divided into two powerful blocks, one bloc led by America and another bloc led by Russia. So these were the important 1 mark questions as far as this chapter is concerned. Coming to the Russian Revolution. See, the economy of Russia was badly affected during the regime of the autocrat rule of Nicholas. And during that time, Russia participated in the war. Here in Russia, people were facing many problems. They started giving slogans that we want peace, we want bread, we don't want war. So on 8th March 1917, a revolution was started. So which put an end to the monarchical rule of Nicholas II. And monarchy was abolished in Russia because of February or March Revolution. Then a provisional form of government was established, and it continued the war under the leadership of Kerensky. But people once again were disappointed. So under the leadership of Lenin, Bolshevik party was established, and that party was successful in creating awareness in the minds of all sections of the society that they want peace, they want welfare, and they want land. So in this way, the people were always in favor of Lenin. So like that again, in the month of October or November, again revolution was started, and that revolution was responsible for the establishment of a socialistic form of government in Russia under the leadership of Lenin. All the small nations which were involved in the Russian Empire, they formed into republics, and Russia was named as Union of Soviet Socialist Republics under the leadership of Lenin. So after the death of Lenin, Stalin came to power. So he started introducing 5-year plans for economic development of Russia, and whatever objectives that had been framed, he was successful in achieving those objectives within a period of 5 years. And India also adopted all these 5-year plans by seeing Russia's development. Then collective farming has been adopted by Stalin for the purpose of improvement of agriculture. And these communists were against the capitalists, so they started confiscation of all landed properties, and land has been distributed to landless people. And then small industries were always under the control of workers, and only big industries were given under the control of private people. So like that, workers were also given facilities. Number of schools were established for the children of the workers, and there was heavy agricultural production, industrial production. So Russia did not face an economic depression. So like that, Russia became very, very powerful country under the leadership of Stalin. So that's how socialism has been developed in Russia. Then economic depression. Economic depression, the Great Economic Depression was started in the year 1929. It continued up to 1939. These are the first point and second points you have to write. Because of economic depression, there was no demand for the goods and services. Next, prices fell down. People, they don't have purchasing power. So unemployment problem has been increased due to the closing of number of factories. So even in America also faces the same problem. And then even all the other countries which participated in the First World War, they also faced many problems regarding economic crisis. During that time, economist James Keynes asked the rulers to go for investment so that people will get employment opportunities, thereby purchasing power of the people will be increased and the demand will be increased. So once the demand increases, automatically supply will also be there. So like that, the first country to implement that was America. The then president of America was Roosevelt. He introduced New Deal policy. He also framed a program called as 3 R's: relief, reform, and recovery. And he started giving social security for all the people by taking up welfare activities. Mainly welfare activities were provided for the pensioners. So he adopted universal retirement pensions. And he supported the women as well as children who are very much in need and who don't have the father. And health schemes have been introduced, education has been introduced. So by all these things, he started providing welfare activities. So when the Second World War started in the year 1939, there was a great demand for the establishment of war industries, and number of industries were developed. Employment opportunities has been developed. People started getting jobs, thereby earning their income, and they started purchasing the goods and services. So the same thing has been followed even by Britain also. So in this way, the economic depression came to an end during the starting of the Second World War. So all these points you have to write. You should not forget about the period of Great Economic Depression 1929 to 1939. So demand decreases, prices will fall, and then production will be stopped, or factories will be closed. All these points are interrelated. Then J.M. Keynes, you have to remember about J.M. Keynes. Then President Roosevelt, New Deal policy, 3 hours. So if you remember all these things, you can easily write about economic depression. The next important aspect is rise of Nazism in Germany. So Nazism was developed in Germany mainly because of the shattering of the economy of Germany because of participating in the World War I. That is one thing. Second thing is due to the terms and conditions of the Treaty of Versailles. So these 2 reasons. And the world also faced economic depression. So because of all these reasons, the German economy was totally distracted, and the people were not having even money to purchase even bread also. Such was the situation prevailed. People, they lost their job opportunities. All sections of the society, including farmers, small business people, and even big business people, all sections of the society were badly affected because of economic depression. And during such period, Nazi party was established by Hitler. So you start writing the answer from here. So Nazi party was established by Hitler. Hitler was a great speaker. He started stating that Weimar Republic was responsible for the debacle of Germany. And he stated that whatever Germany had lost because of Treaty of Versailles, all those will be regained, and German race will become most powerful race in the world. So he was a great orator. So through his speeches, he changed the minds of the people. And in the beginning, his party got only hardly not even 3% of the votes in the Parliament of Germany, which we call it as Reichstag. Reichstag was known as Parliament of Germany. And then by 1932, this party gained the largest number of seats. So after gaining more number of seats, Hitler started to implement the promises that he was made. The first and foremost thing what Hitler did was, he withdrew its membership of Germany from League of Nations. Then he started violating the terms and conditions of the Treaty of Versailles. He started regaining all the properties Germany had lost within Europe and outside Europe. And he started attacking the Allied forces which were stationed in Rhine Valley. And he created more and more employment opportunities by establishing war industries, by developing agriculture, by checking the devaluation of currency. So these were the methods adopted by Hitler for the development of Germany. All these things you have to write. Then Hitler was against Jews, communists, as well as capitalists. And after passing the Enabling Act on 24th March 1933, he became the dictator of Germany. And after he became the dictator of Germany, he started completely removing all his opponents. He did not spare even the opponents within the party also. And he established a number of security organizations. And he has given the power to Zalmar Chast to improve the economy of Germany. And Volkswagen cars has been produced. So that has been considered as people's car. So number of war industries were established, employment opportunities has been increased. He checked the devaluation of currency. And he started removing his opponents, and a number of Jews were killed. And Hitler attacked Poland on 1st September 1939, which was considered as the immediate cause for Second World War. See, in the Second World War, nearly more than 6 crores of Jews were killed. And from other areas also, many people were killed, many innocent people were killed, both from Allied powers and Axis powers. So like that, there was heavy loss of life as well as property. So till 1943, from 1939, so everything was successful for Germany, Japan, Italy. But after the entering of Russia in the Second World War, from 1943, reverses were started. And in the end, there 1945, in the month of May, when all the Allied forces occupied Berlin, then Hitler committed suicide. So like that, Nazism came to an end. So then again, in order to control Japan, America showered bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki on 6th August and 9th August 1945. So Japan surrendered. After the surrender of Japan, a monarchical form of a constitutional monarchical form of government was established, and the parliament was called as Diet, D-I-E-T. And thereafterwards, once again, the economic recovery has been taken up both by America as well as Russia, which were considered as superpowers during those days. And America came out with the economic plan called as Marshall Plan to support its own allied countries. And similarly, Russia came up with the Malta Plan to support its own friendly countries. So like that, a Cold War existed between Russia and America till 1991, when disintegration of Russia took place in the month of December in the year 1991. Cold War existed. So because of that, Russia, now in the world, we don't have any Cold War situation. Now all the countries are free, and number of other countries also got independence. So now let us see what are the consequences of this Second World War. The first and foremost thing is there was heavy loss of life as well as property. Second thing is Germany was defeated in the war, and it was divided into two: one German Democratic Republic and Federal Republic of Germany. German Democratic Republic was in favor of Russia, and the Federal Republic of Germany was in favor of America. Though Britain and France were in the victorious state, they were not in a position to have control over the colonies which they had established. So number of colonies got independence. Then Russia and America became very, very powerful countries. So like that, we have many consequences because of First World War and Second World War. So in this lesson, these are all the important questions. You have to listen once or twice or thrice. Why? Because socialism is very, very important. Why? Because socialism was mainly praised by many of our Indian political leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, M.N. Rai, and even Ravindranath Tagore also. And we introduced 5-year plans by seeing only Russia. So like that, you go through this. And one more important thing I want to tell you is, see, the revolution that was started in the month of March. So it was March according to Gregorian calendar, but it was called as February Revolution with regard to Julian calendar. See, this Julian calendar was 13 days behind the Gregorian calendar, which we are following now. So Russia is now following the Gregorian calendar. So as per Julian calendar, that revolution was February Revolution. But if we consider Gregorian calendar, now we call it as March Revolution. Similarly, a revolution that was occurred in the month of October, as per Julian calendar, it is considered as November revolution as per Gregorian calendar. Dear students, go through this video repeatedly. Why? Because it is steep part. I have made it very easy for you. If you look at this video twice or thrice, definitely all important points will be fixed in your mind. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this information to your friends and see that more and more students will be benefited by my videos. So again, we'll meet you. Thank you.